What's your view on cryptocurrencies? We know that the government is about to bring a law, but what's your assessment? Do you think that, there is a huge case that you can't wish away a modern technology? This is blockchain technology, far more transparent. But what has your assessment been?
I think on this, the Honorable Finance Minister has already, expressed her views. But let me conceptually state that we have to make a distinction between the benefits that come from blockchain for the real economy and cryptocurrency that actually uses blockchain. I think in general, any financial innovation that ends up being a zero-sum game does not benefit the real sector that much is something that has to be treaded on very cautiously. And we have to make a distinction between cryptocurrency as a currency versus versus as an asset as well, keeping in mind even from an asset perspective, unlike an asset like gold or some of the other assets, the volatility is much larger. And I think these are aspects that must be conceptually kept in mind when we think about regulation in this important sector.
My final question, do you, this was asked in the parliament also, are you of the view that this is a technology that must be regulated or a technology that must be banned, or much more thought needs to go into it?
So as I mentioned, Sanket, I think it's important to keep in mind that the technology underlying it actually is blockchain, which has enormous applications on the real sector. And blockchains are being, used, in the real economy, even without cryptocurrency itself in many countries, and the potential for that is enormous. So the technology is of blockchain, and it is not necessary to associate it with cryptocurrency because, when you look at cryptocurrency as a financial innovation, it is important to keep in mind that, zero-sum games. Let me just give you an example. If you and I, let's say, sit, all day today and play cards, our money will change hands, in a zero-sum form, but we may not have actually done any real activity. So I think that aspect of a zero-sum game is also something that has to be kept in mind, and nuanced distinction between, this aspect as an asset and that as a currency also have to be, has to be kept in mind when we think about, this sector.